before the light decides what kind of day it's gonna be. Ceiling cracks above me, map out fault lines I haven't stepped on yet. My thoughts move carefully, like they're afraid to wait something for a moment. Everything is level, manageable, mild, breathing it won't. Coffee hums, floorboards answer back. The world feels ordinary enough to trust. I almost settle into it, this fragile version of okay. Then something microscopic shifts, a sentence lands wrong. The door closes too hard, someone's eyes flicker, and the air tilts not enough for anyone else to notice. Enough for me. Light sharpens, sound stretches, my pulse forgets its rhythm. There's no explosion, no visible break, just a quiet click inside my chest. I keep thinking I'm steady, then the switch goes down. Same room, same body, same afternoon light, but the gravity's different now. 1 minute I'm upright, holding the day in my hands. The next I'm falling sideways through something no one else can see. I rewinded, frame by frame, tone by tone. Was it the silence after my joke? The way my name felt heavier in someone's mouth. I dissect the moment like it owes me answers, but it's always invisible. The exact second the floors to goes. Pressure becomes heat. Heat becomes the weight of my lungs. I know this pattern, I know this flip still. I never see it coming. I never see it coming. Well, I never see it coming. I keep thinking I've stabilized, and the power cuts clean. Same walls, same skin, same oxygen, but everything is misaligned. 1 second I'm breathing easy, the next I'm upside down, inside my own reflection. I don't move, the world does. Down, no warning sign. Cold, flood, no design. I don't shatter, I don't scream, I just switch. It's not a storm, it's a reversal. Like someone flipped the horizon while I blink, like the ground changed its mind about holding me. I stay standing, but nothing feels right side up. I keep saying I'm okay, because I was 5 minutes ago. I keep promising I'll be fine, because sometimes I am again. Nothing breaks, nothing burns. There's no wreckage to point at, just a quiet undoing, a silent rotation of a world that forgets how to stay still. Same heart, same air, same name, but I'm not where I was. Inside my head until it turns.
Linga iya. Babit ay magot pumati.
Dadi kon. Agatui dadi o kaya embe. Ay naya teba mi.
Kayo yung gati.
Akatui.
Kayo yung gati. Oh. China ko na ungel. Oh, no ko ebe na teka.
Akatui kako asuka.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Next Hadzabe story. Little Tuya sat quietly beside the fire, holding a small stick and tracing circles in the ash. The grandmother's words still echoed in her mind. The land speaks. You must learn to listen. The night was calm, but Tuya felt something different in the air. Grandmother, she asked softly, how do we know when danger is near? The old woman looked at her with calm eyes. You do not always see danger first, she replied. Sometimes you hear it or feel it. She pointed toward the trees. Listen. The children became silent. At first they heard nothing. And slowly, the usual night sounds changed. The insects grew quiet, the birds stopped calling. Tuya's heart began to beat faster. Do you feel it? The grandmother asked. Tuya nodded. Yes, it feels empty. The grandmother nodded. That emptiness is a warning. From the distance, a branch snapped. All the children turned their heads at once. The grandmother did not move quickly. She simply stood up and said calmly, "Stay close. Do not run. Do not panic." The fire was strengthened, the flames rising higher. The light pushed back the darkness. Tuya stayed close to the others, remembering the lesson. Not strength, not speed, awareness. The sounds of the night slowly returned again. Crickets, wind, distant movement. The danger, whatever it was, passed by unseen. Tuya looked up at her grandmother. "I understand now," she whispered. The grandmother smiled. "You are learning." And in that moment, Tuya realized something important. In the wild, survival was not only about hunting or running. It was about listening, staying together, and respecting the balance of nature. Next story. Little Tuya and the morning tracks. Before the sun rose, little Tuya woke up to the soft movement of the camp. In a quiet clearing, beneath the wide African sky, an old Hadzabe grandmother sat beside a small fire. Her grandchildren gathered close. The night was calm, and the sounds of nature, crickets, distant birds, and rustling leaves filled the air. The grandmother's voice was gentle, but serious. "My children," she began, "I am no longer as strong as I once was. My legs are slow, and my eyes do not see as far. Soon, you must learn to watch over yourselves and each other." The children leaned closer, sensing the weight of her words. "There is something you must never forget," she continued. "Long ago, before you were born, our land was the same as it is now. Beautiful, full of life, full of food, but it was also dangerous. She paused, letting the fire crackle. There was a lion, a great one. We called him Leon. He was clever, patient, and strong. He did not fear people like other animals do. The youngest child whispered, "What did he do, grandmother?" The grandmother's eyes reflected the firelight. "Leon took my father. Then, seasons later, he took my mother. And even my grandfather, who was the strongest hunter of our people. Leon took him too." The children gasped softly, holding on to each other. "That is why I tell you this," she said firmly. "Nature is beautiful. It gives us water, food, and life, but it does not belong to us. We are part of it, and we must respect it." She looked at each child one by one. "When you walk in the bush, walk together. When you hear silence where there should be sound, be alert. When you see tracks, understand their story, and never think you are stronger than the wild." The fire flickered lower. "But most important," she said, her voice softening again, "take care of each other. We survive because we stay together. We listen, we learn, we protect one another." The children nodded quietly. Above them, the stars stretched across the sky, ancient and watchful. And in the distance, carried by the wind, came the faint echo of a lion's call, reminding them that the grandmother's story was not just about the past, but about the world they still lived in. The fire burned low and steady, its orange glow lighting the faces of the children gathered around their grandmother. The night felt bigger somehow, as if the darkness itself was listening. The old woman shifted slightly, wrapping her shawl tighter around her shoulders. Her voice came slowly, like footsteps on dry earth. "My children, listen carefully. This story is not just a story. It is our memory. It is how we stay alive." The wind moved through the trees, and somewhere far away, a hyena laughed. "When I was young," she continued, "I ran faster than all the other girls. I could follow tracks across hard ground. I could climb trees and carry water without resting. I believed I was strong." She gave a small, quiet smile. "But the land teaches all of us the same lesson. No one is stronger than nature." The children sat still, their eyes wide. In those days, our people moved often. We followed the animals, the honey, the water. The land was generous. We ate well. We laughed much. She paused and stared into the fire. But there was a lion, not like the others. "Leon," one child whispered. "Yes," she said softly. "Leon." The name seemed to settle into the night. He was not just strong, he was patient. He watched, he learned us. The grandmother drew a line in the dust with a stick. Most lions hunt and leave. They fear people, fire, noise. But Leon, he did not. He came close, too close. The fire cracked loudly, making one of the younger children jump. "My father was the first," she said. The children leaned in. He was a hunter, brave, careful. One morning, he went out before the sun rose. He saw tracks, but he thought they were old. He did not see Leon watching from the grass. Her voice lowered. He never came back. The children held their breath. We searched, we called his name, but the bush does not always give back what it takes. A long silence followed. After that, she continued, we became more careful. We stayed closer together. We kept the fires burning at night. She was gathering berries with other women. They were talking and laughing for a moment. They were got to watch just a moment. The grandmother closed her eyes briefly. That was a moment. The children shifted closer to each other. And my grandfather, she said, her voice tightening. He was the strongest of us all. A great hunter, he said. I will find this lion. I will end this fear. She shook her head slowly. He tracked Leon for days. He followed him across dry riverbeds, through tall grass into the hills. The fire dimmed slightly as the woods settled. But Leon was not just strong, he was clever. She looked at the children again, her gaze sharp despite her age. The hunter became the hunted. No one spoke.
Semya.
Next Hadzabe story.
Sepiti, mana ako?
Little Tuya Tuya sat quietly beside the fire, holding a small stick and tracing circles in the ash. The grandmother's words still echoed in her mind. The land speaks. You must learn to listen. The night was calm, but Tuya Tuya felt something different in the air. Grandmother, she asked softly, how do we know when danger is near? The old woman looked at her with calm eyes. You do not always see danger first, she replied. Sometimes you hear it or feel it. She pointed toward the trees. Listen. The children became silent. At first they heard nothing. Then slowly, the usual night sounds changed. The insects grew quiet. The birds stopped calling. Tuya Tuya's heart began to beat faster. Do you feel it? The grandmother asked. Tuya Tuya nodded. Yes, it feels empty. The grandmother nodded. That emptiness is a warning. From the distance, a branch snapped. All the children turned their heads at once. The grandmother did not move quickly. She simply stood up and said calmly, "Stay close. Do not run. Do not panic." The fire was strengthened, the flames rising higher. The light pushed back the darkness. Tuya Tuya stayed close to the others, remembering the lesson. Not strength, not speed, awareness. The sounds of the night slowly returned again. Crickets, wind, distant movement. The danger, whatever it was, passed by unseen. Tuya Tuya looked up at her grandmother. "I understand now," she whispered. The grandmother smiled. "You are learning." And in that moment, Tuya Tuya realized something important. In the wild, survival was not only about hunting or running. It was about listening, staying together, and and respecting the balance of nature. Next story. Little Tuya Tui and the morning tracks. Before the sun rose, little Tuya Tui woke up to the soft movement of the camp. The fire was still warm, and the air carried a cool morning breeze. She noticed her grandmother already awake, looking at the ground near the edge of the camp. "Grandmother," Tuya Tui asked, rubbing her eyes, "why do you wake up so early?" The old woman pointed to the ground. "Because the land leaves messages while we sleep." Tuya Tui walked closer and looked down. In the soft soil, there were fresh tracks, clear and deep. "Are these animal tracks?" she asked. The grandmother nodded slowly. "Yes, and they tell a story." Tuya Tui knelt down, studying them carefully. Which animal made them? The grandmother crouched beside her. "Look at the shape, the size, the distance between steps." Tuya Tui followed the marks with her fingers. "They are large and heavy, walking close to our camp." The grandmother's voice became serious. "Very good. And what does that mean?" Tuya Tui thought for a moment. "It means something strong passed by here while we were sleeping." The grandmother nodded again. "Exactly, not all danger comes loudly, some pass quietly." Tuya Tui looked around nervously. "Is it still here?" The grandmother smiled gently. "We do not know, but we prepare, we observe, and we stay together." She stood up and called the others. "Look at the ground before you step, learn what walks around you. The land will guide you if you pay attention." The children gathered, studying the tracks, learning how to read the silent language of the earth. Tuya Tui felt something new inside her, not fear, but awareness. She understood now. In their world, survival was not just about strength or speed. It was about noticing the small signs others might miss, and respecting the unseen stories written all around them in the wild.
Abiati.
Cucuk ini chana kutu Teko aka chemonyon. Na mihipi na ko ishecha. Ena. Oko to utamdona.
Hola, Ena. La nonna con una affaire, ça t'a fait. Vete a mí que
ya ko oma ko si ako ziki ma kanesi anesi ko teke ya teke ta ko ola ko teke ya ha ko ola ti
Eko ta tashi.
ina ko ola to ina na ta ko ta balazan ani abo ko sikin de jani ya asu kuna moja hivi jamaa kwa sababu kwa balazan kwa aman bana ni asu kale na kwa
Acha bitina. Nana kwa kwa atusubiani. Shaban monyo dabi. Tuwa. Dale. Za to ete kwa suko ta che. Zane panda. Atu ku kwa ani ta to ana.
kajizi kesho uwe karibu hapo kama kazi hamna unaniwaisha enda nako
Utamwaga monyo da shida te.
Aya.
Nga. Pokola la hana. Owa icho atibi ena chiki hicha tikitashi oto. Icho
tayari unaweza
kama kama na kushisha ngoje
The morning begins before the sun fully rises over the dry savanna near Lake Eyasi in Tanzania. A pale orange light stretches across the land, touching the scattered acacia trees and low brush where the Hadzabe tribe have made their temporary camp. There are no permanent houses here, just simple shelters made from branches and grass, built quickly and abandoned just as easily when it's time to move again. You can hear the quiet sounds of life waking up. Soft voices, children stirring, the crackle of embers being brought back to life. For Hadzabe women, the day begins not with a prepared pantry, but with the land itself. Food is never guaranteed. Every morning is a new search, a new effort, a new story of survival. The women gather their tools, simple digging sticks hardened by fire. Sometimes a small knife. Babies are tied securely to their backs with cloth, resting against their mothers as they move. Older children walk alongside them, already learning the skills they will depend on for the rest of their lives. There is no formal teaching. Everything is learned by watching, by doing, by being part of the rhythm. They walk out into the bush, scanning the ground carefully. To an outsider, the land might look empty, harsh, even lifeless. But to the Hadzabe women, it's full of signs, subtle clues that reveal where food is hidden. A certain crack in the soil, a specific type of plant, the faint outline of a root beneath the surface. These details mean everything. When they find tubers, the work begins. The digging stick is driven into the earth again and again, loosening the hard, dry soil. It's physically demanding work, often taking several minutes or longer for a single root. The sun rises higher, the heat builds, and still they continue, focused and patient. Once enough food is gathered, tubers, berries, sometimes baobab fruit, they return to camp. By now, the children are fully awake, waiting, watching. There's no sense of strict mealtime, but there is anticipation. Hunger is familiar here, but so is sharing. A small fire is prepared, dry twigs and branches are arranged carefully, and soon flames begin to grow. There's no metal cookware, no utensils beyond what nature provides. The tubers are placed directly into the hot ashes and embers. The outer skin begins to blacken and crack as the heat penetrates inside. This is where time slows down. The women sit close to the fire, occasionally turning the tubers with a stick. Children gather around, their eyes fixed on the process. Some of them mimic the actions, pretending to cook, already practicing for their future roles. The smell is earthy, smoky, raw. It's not the rich aroma of seasoned food, it's something more primal. When the tubers are ready, they are pulled from the fire still covered in ash. The women scrape away the burnt exterior, revealing the soft, steaming interior. They break the tubers open with their hands. Steam rises into the morning air, carrying warmth with it. Pieces are handed directly to the children. No plates, no portions measured, just simple sharing. The children eat eagerly, sometimes blowing on the hot pieces, sometimes not eating at all. Alongside the tubers, there may be berries, small, sweet, sometimes slightly bitter depending on the season. If baobab fruit is available, it's cracked open to reveal its dry, powdery pulp, which children suckle and chew. It's incredibly nutritious, even if it looks unusual to outsiders. This breakfast is what many might call extreme survival food. There's no variety in the modern sense, no spices, no sugar added. But it is perfectly adapted to the environment. It provides energy, nutrients, and sustenance, enough to keep the children growing, playing, and learning. But beyond the physical nourishment, there's something deeper happening. This is where culture is passed on. Every movement, every choice, where to dig, how to cook, how to share, is observed and absorbed by the next generation. The children aren't just eating. They're learning how to survive in one of the most direct ways possible. There's also a sense of calm that contrasts sharply with the idea of struggle. Yes, life is hard. Yes, food can be scarce. But in these moments there is laughter, connection, and presence. The women talk quietly. The children play between bites. And the fire continues to crackle. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is taken for granted. In the modern world, breakfast often comes from a box, a package, or a drive-thru. It's fast, convenient, and often disconnected from its origins. But here, among the Hadzabe, breakfast is a direct relationship with the earth. It's effort, knowledge, patience, and sharing, all in one simple meal. Watching Hadzabe women cook for their children is not just about food. It's about witnessing a way of life that has endured for tens of thousands of years. A way of life where survival is not separated from daily routine, but woven into it naturally and beautifully. It's raw. It's
Tani Asha.
Tôi cho rằng nghe tại sao mà út tôi. Nó có nó có thể ai còn